Hello everyone, welcome back again to the Watchtower. I'm up here logging in for monitor duty, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a comparison video between Batman Hush the graphic novel and Batman Hush the movie. That is coming up right after this. Alright everyone, we're back, and like I said, going to do a comparison video today between Hush the graphic novel and Hush the movie. There's a ton of differences between these movies. I'm not going to try to nitpick and get all the little subtle changes. I'm going to try to hit some of the main ones, and that's it. This will be, just to say, this will be heavy spoilers for both the movie and the graphic novel. So if you haven't seen one or the other or read the book, turn it off now, go read it, and come back. Or if you don't care, just go ahead and watch it. I can't stop you. So, first off, the first big difference is the reveal of Hush at the end of it. We're just going to get this out right in the way. Going to spoil both of them. So in the book, the reveal is Tommy Elliot, Bruce Wayne / Batman's best friend from childhood, and who plays a part throughout the book. It's revealed that he is Hush. In the movie, it's the Riddler. So that's the first big difference. I think the reveal of everything in the book works better with Tommy Elliot than the Riddler. I don't think they justify good enough in the movie him being Hush. I just don't think they did a good enough job of justifying why he had to be Hush. But that's just my opinion. Another big difference is missing characters between the book and the movie. In the book, Huntress plays a really big part in it. She's actually the one who, when Batman's line gets snapped and he falls out of the sky at the beginning and gets all beat up, she's the one that finds him and fights off the guys and everything until the Batmobile can arrive and Alfred can get him to safety. She's the one that fights and helps him. She plays a part throughout the entire movie. She keeps coming back in and everything, different stuff. A graveyard scene with Scarecrow and everything. She plays a really big part throughout the entire story. Where in the movie, they gave her part at the beginning to Catwoman and Batgirl, which Batgirl's not in the book at all, because at this point she's Oracle, and she's crippled, but Oracle plays a part in the book as well. But yeah, they just completely take out Huntress. Another character they completely take out is Two-Face. Two-Face has a really big part in the second half of the book. He's actually, Tommy Elliot pays to get his face fixed, thinking that if he does that, it'll make Two-Face help him get rid of Batman. But really what it does is when he gets rid of that other side of the face, it restores Two-Face's sanity, and he, at the very end, actually betrays Hush and helps Batman, and he's, throughout the entire book, he's in the shadows and stuff, doing stuff to help Batman and Commissioner Gordon. And then he's completely out of the movie, and that was a really good part of the book with Two-Face and everything, setting that up. Third character that they had in the movie, or had in the book but not in the movie, is Tim Drake. They kind of replaced him with Damian Wayne Robin a little bit, because Damian Wayne Robin was not in the book because he wasn't created at that point, but completely took out Tim Drake, who's my favorite Robin, and how dare you, sir, take out Tim Drake? How dare you? But they completely took out Tim Drake. He was in the graveyard scene as well. It actually wasn't in the book. It wasn't Nightwing and Catwoman. It was Batman, Catwoman, Huntress was there, and Tim Drake, and they completely took it out and gave it to Nightwing and everything. So that's so those are the missing characters, and then obviously from the movie they had Damian Wayne, who wasn't really in a whole lot, and then he wasn't in the book because he wasn't created yet. So there's the changes with the characters. The next big change that they made is the whole Jason Todd thing in the book. In the book, because at this point Jason Todd has been killed, was the second Robin, he was killed, and most people know this. There's this whole facade with Hush, Tommy Elliot, because he knows who Batman is and he knows, who the Robins were. He has Clayface pretend to be Jason Todd grown up. Like, he came back from the dead because it was supposed to throw Batman off when he was at the graveyard to find Jason Todd's body. Because it was supposed to think that Jason Todd was Hush, and there was this whole thing where they tried to throw Batman off, and that was completely taken out of the books, taken out of the movie, completely taken out, and that was a good little scene of, you know, Hush messing with Batman and stuff and showing that he knows everything about him. So they took that out. That's no fun. Next thing, there's a big change, is the flashbacks. The book has a ton of flashbacks to flesh out Thomas Elliot's and Bruce Wayne's relationship, and they completely take it out of the movie, and I think the movie suffers from it, because you really need those. And that's probably why they changed Hush from being the bad guy, because you don't know that much about him, but that's what makes the book so good, because you have that time to breathe and let the mystery unfold, and that hurts it. Next big change is inner dialogue. There's so much inner dialogue in the book of Batman's thoughts and everything that it's just so vital to that book that's not in the movie. And I know it's hard to do monologues and inner dialogue, like voiceovers in a movie, but it really, really hurts not having all that stuff, because you really get to see his thought process as a detective, which is, you know, so good. Alright, next big change, we're just humming right along here, going through them, is in the book, Talia al Ghul and the League of Assassins play not a huge part, but they're in it for about, Talia al Ghul peppers in throughout the entire book, but the League of Assassins comes in about in the middle of the book, and Ra's al Ghul and stuff, and with the whole thing with the Lazarus Pits and bringing the Riddler back to life and everything, and, you know, pretending, destroying a Lazarus Pit so Batman thinks that they brought back Jason Todd. That's all part of it. That's in the book, it's not in the movie. There's a little part in the beginning of the movie where Lady Shiva shows up and says, you know, one of our pits have been used, blah, 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 blah. He says, I'll look into it, but that's like, and with the League of Assassins, that's it. They're a lot more in the book, and it really shows, the book really shows the Batman universe and how everything's interconnected and everything, and just the world, and how, you know, when you have 80 years of continuity, what you can do with it. The movies don't have that continuity, so they're just not going to be as good in comparison because you don't have that continuity. But another big change, no League of Assassins in that. Another big difference is the Batman versus Catwoman relationship. How it ended. In the book, it ends because after everything, like she says something and she says hush, and Batman like immediately doesn't trust her. He's like, oh, why did you say hush? Are you working for Hush? And it really shows that Batman at the end of the day doesn't trust anybody. No matter how much they think that they're close to or whatever, at the end of the day, Batman doesn't really trust anybody. For the most part. Like, he trusts Nightwing, he trusts Dick Grayson, because Dick Grayson's been with him, like, besides Alfred, for the longest, and he trusts Alfred, but for the minute that he doesn't really trust anybody, and that's the end of the relationship. In the movie, it ends because Batman wants to know why Catwoman killed the Riddler when they could have saved him. He felt like he could have saved him, he didn't need to die. And she's whole thing is, you know, sometimes people have to die. You know, he tried to kill me, he tried to kill Nightwing, he tried to kill people, he did kill people, and she doesn't understand why he wants to have, you know, Riddler live. And that's just who his code is. He doesn't, you can save everybody. So I like the ending of the movie better than the book, than Batman just being paranoid. Even though he is a little paranoid, but that's okay. I like the ending in the movie better. Next, second to last difference is at the very beginning of the movie, we're going to ending the beginning, the movie starts out right in the action. He's already on the scene of the kidnapping, and the book just starts right out. And Batman's in the action, and he's taking out thugs and everything, and you see his internal dialogue of how he's doing it, and how he knows all the criminal elements in Gotham, and he knows what scares him, how to beat them, all that kind of stuff. It's such a good look into his mind and everything, and how he just knows Gotham, and knows the city, and knows the criminal element, and he knows how to beat them. And Killer Croc is actually who kidnaps the kid in the book, not Bane. So they changed that character. I don't really understand why they changed that character, because I don't feel like you need to have Bane in there. You could have kept it with Killer Croc, but, you know, whatever. That was an unnecessary change, I think. And then in the movie, it starts out, and they're at, like, this, like dinner party. And the book starts out, like, boom, you're in the action. And the movie starts out, oh, we're at a dinner party, and there's talking. Great. We get to listen to people talk about stuff. And then he gets a call from Alfred saying that the kid's being kidnapped, and then we go into the action. So the book just starts out, because you're right in there, you're boom already, you're in, you're fighting, he's getting the kid, everything, all this stuff, Batline cut, falling through it just jumps right into the action. There's no build up to it, like the movie. Ugh. But that's okay. I already had the review about the movie, you can see it, see my thoughts, whatever. And then the last big change in this is the entire ending of the movie compared to the book. In the book, Batman is fighting Hush on like a bridge. Hush kind of has him. Commissioner Gordon shows up. And you know, is trying to help, and then Two-Face shows up, and he's still in the bandages and everything. And then he shoots Hush. Hush thinks he's on his side, but he shoots Hush, and Hush falls over the bridge. Batman jumps in to try to find him, but they can't find the body. He's just gone. And then Hush shows up later in other stories and stuff, and is still in it. He doesn't die there. In the movie, they're fighting in like a steel refinery, a metalworks place, and he's like hanging. And he knocks Riddler off this thing, and Riddler's like hanging on this chain and everything, and he's like trying to save him. Batman's trying to save Riddler, and then Catwoman just comes up and just knocks Riddler off the chain, and Riddler falls off into the molten metal. And that's how it ends in the book with her killing, or in the movie with her killing Riddler. So big changes from one to the other. Comparing the two, the movie doesn't hold a candle to the book. The book is just like, it's like up here. I'm above the screen. It's so up here, and the movie's like down here. It can't even, that's too many levels for it to jump. It can't get that many levels. So the movie's a mess. It just is. I give it a 7 out of 10 in my review, because I was just reviewing the movie, not compared to the book. But when you can put them together, it's like take the movie out and just chuck it in a lake somewhere. It's gone. No more movie. It's gone. It doesn't exist. Burned it. Destroyed it. It's gone. But that's okay. It's whatever. I'm over it. You know, I'll learn to move on with this, just like I had to move on with that terrible, terrible Green Lantern movie. That is a topic for another day. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you the next time that I log in for monitor duty.